Welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be doing the front and rear differential oil changes on a 2010 Subaru Forester with a 4 EAT. I'll also be doing the engine oil, but everyone knows how to do an engine oil. Not everyone knows how to do a diff oil front and rear, so we're going to start with that today. If you want to skip ahead, here's where you need to skip ahead, but hold on tight because this is the meat and potatoes right here. First things first, one of the only oddball tools your regular Joe average DIY homebrew mechanic is ever going to need on a relatively older, modern-ish Subaru, and that's a T70 Torx. Oh my god, what monkey? Hammer? Dad, I'm using your ball peen hammer. Although you're in Portugal with Mom right now, so you're not the one crawling on a cold concrete floor. I saw it move. Yeah, there we go. 2, 1. Oh, that's actually not bad. And to fill up the front differential, see that little dipstick down there? That's what we're after. It's a little bit above the fill line, but hey, that's truck driving. Welcome to the arse end of the car. What we've got here is our rear differential on your non-WRX, non-turbocharged, whatever, Forester Impreza. This is rust. This is an R160 open differential. You can tell because it's a non-turbo. Now, if you have to, like me, because you're in Canada, frickin' Rust Haven, take a small flat blade screwdriver and carve out all the frickin' nonsense that's been built up inside there. You'll know you're done when it stops raining tetanus. I'll be just like every YouTuber and tell you, undo your fill port before you undo your drain port. Otherwise, you'll be up poop creek without a paddle. Wait, did I just call myself a YouTuber? Ugh, no, I'm not a YouTuber. Am I? Am I worthy? Let me know. If you think I'm worthy, maybe drop a subscription. God. Oh my goodness. There we go. These here bungs, ports you want to call them, they are NTP. So the more you thread, they're conical thread, right? The more you thread, the more they jam themselves in there. It says even at the, oh, hello. The fact it's draining out of the fill port doesn't really concern me so much because the car is on jack stands and not entirely level. Oh my goodness. There we go. Some fuzzies, but nothing to really write home about. Yeah, when you get your finger in there, there's a little bit of schmutz to be had. I don't recommend getting your finger in there. Click. Click. Welcome back to the front of the car. You will need a 17mm socket and a spanner of your choice. Crack the nut. Wow. Ooh! Okay, I've had enough. Click. Filter. My favorite, most universal tool in the whole toolbox. The claw. Oh, gross. Got it. Why? Oh. Why can't Toyota oil filters be standard? That little drain valve thing prevents this nonsense. Ugh, gross. New filter? Not bad. Not bad at all. So there you go. You've got your engine oils serviced, front diff serviced, and rear diff serviced. She is mint, and let me tell you, she drives a whole heck of a lot smoother, and the transmission shifts, they are a little silkier. It's a little wonder cars might actually feel sentient, because if you take care of them, they react to that, and typically they react to it in a positive way. So congratulations, we've managed to lease this car's life just a little bit further, closer to 300,000 Ks. And until then, we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.